Welcome everyone to Northshorist Real Estate Group January monthly marketing report. So how is the North Shore market? I'm very optimistic because the unemployment numbers are really down. In January, the unemployment rate in Massachusetts went down to 6.8%. That's the lowest it's been since December of 2008, and it's considerably lower than the national average of 8.5. Although we still have to contend with short sales and foreclosures that are driving prices down in some markets, I'm still optimistic about gradual improvement. Interest rates remain really low, so it's a great time to purchase and also a great time to sell, especially if you're going to be purchasing in the same market. So let's look at some details. What happened in January in our 23 North Shore cities and towns? The actives stayed about the same as they were in December, 1312 versus 1336, and the median price also remained about the same at the 412 mark. But in January, a really positive note is there were 254 properties that went under contract with a median price of 324, which is up from 229 in December. Now, of course, some of those under agreements are due to seasonality. Most people don't want to purchase property during December and the holiday season. But in January, there were 118 properties sold versus 225 in December. And again, that has to do with seasonality because remember, if a property sold in December, it probably went under agreement in October before the holiday season. Let's look at the condo market. In January, the number of properties, condos sold was 46 versus 89 in December, again due to the seasonality. The median price was 194 versus 235 back in December. And the multifamily market stayed about steady from December to January. Number of properties sold, 25 versus 29. And the median price actually increased from 260 versus 225 back in December. This month, we'd like to talk about one of our cities, and we're going to talk about the town of Danvers. Now, Danvers has a population of about 25,500. The median age in Danvers is 40. Let's look at what happened to the market. In January, there were 61 single-family homes for sale, 11 went under a contract, and 13 sold. The median sold price was $301. I like to look at this absorption rate chart, and if you look at January of last year versus January of this year, last year 8 properties sold at a median price of $286. This January, 13 properties sold with a median price of $301. So that's really positive. On another positive note, if you look at the 12-month median price year over year, we're talking about 2010 versus 2011, it actually stayed steady at $330. That is great. So we're no longer seeing a decrease in prices. The other positive news about Danvers is the months of inventory. If you look at the most relevant, or most of the sales are in the price range from $250 to $450, you'll see that's where the most number of sold properties were. The average months of inventory is 4.6. which is really positive, which means there's not a huge supply out there. So there might be a little bit more demand and supply, which also should push prices up a little bit or at least keep them steady at this point. This is the last chart I'm going to show you on Danvers, and you will see again another positive improvement. If you look at the blue arrows, if you look at the first quarter of 2011, prices were extremely low, down at $281. Part of that had to do with the brutal winter we had, but you'll notice that the second, third, and fourth quarter, prices went up and stayed pretty steady in Danvers. So that's all positive news. So if you're interested in any market statistics for a particular city or town, feel free to email us, call us, and we'd be glad to give you details. Thank you.